Hello and welcome to another Star Wars The Old Republic video. In this guide we're going to be talking about Lost Island on Master Mode. We're going to give you a guide to this flashpoint to make it seem a little bit easier because this one is challenging for a lot of players and they don't know everything. You can actually skip this first group of ads here, just stick around to the edge. This little patrol guy, don't worry if you get into him, not a big deal. The next group of ads here we can skip by going around this rock here, and then we want to run through this lava area. Try and stay out of the actual lava. The rock that's painted red is totally fine. This bird here, there is a skip to do it, but I don't think it's worth it, so I always fight him. You can skip this group of enemies by running around the rock again. We don't need to kill them for the bonus objective. And then once we cross the bridge, you want to go up on the left side, follow this kind of cliffside up here, and when you go down, do your best to try and not aggro the ads beside where we land, but also trying not to die from fire. The first kind of mini boss in here, you do have to fight him. You can see there's some hazards on the ground to avoid. That's about it. Plus there's a few ranged ads that you can kill as well. So not too much with this one, it's pretty easy. And as we carry on here, for the very first start of the bonus objective, you want to hop up on this little platform. And even if you're not doing the bonus objective, it's kind of fast. Watch out for these utility droids. They do stun players even from longer than 30 meters away. The droids here that are floating around, the yellow ones, you can see on the picture-in-picture that they get aggroed and they'll pull everybody into them when they get attacked. Okay, first boss. We click the panel on the right to start the fight, and then we start fighting the boss. Ads will spawn from different sides of the room at different time. This white circle makes sure you take it away from where the boss is being tanked, because they will grow larger over time, these electrical spikes, and players can't beat them. Stay off the grates when the lava's happening, but you can go on the grates when you need to drop. So this player, he's dropping his lightning on the corner of the platform where the boss is. As you can see, they start growing really large and they start becoming a problem where players actually have to move and tank the boss somewhere else entirely if too many are placed there. There you go, not many other mechanics to that fight. Again, these utility droids, just make sure that if someone is stunned up, try and interrupt the remaining ones or stun them to break their channel. This ad here, I'm pretty sure you can stealth them, and if you do, you avoid having to kill a lot of different enemies because they all spawn behind you. Alright, second boss. This guy, you gotta be very careful when he beats his chest like this. Stack underneath him. The further you are away from the center of his body, that little targeting circle underneath him, the further he'll knock you. Once he's on these pipes on the edge, players should each go to one place except for the healer and start clicking on a panel to light it on fire. This will knock the boss back down. You will also notice players are getting a debuff on them. It does spread when players are near each other, so you can't keep up on cleansing those as a healer. You can definitely try. Again, there's the smash. Make sure you get right underneath him to not get flung off of the edge, and then immediately go click your panels. If someone's too slow at clicking their panels, the boss will jump to another panel, so it's a good idea that everybody click the ones that he's not on as well, just a few seconds later to make sure they get him. And now you've beaten the boss. To get out of here, just click this little tiny button there and you'll create a light bridge to get out. It's a little tricky to find. Watch out with this set of ads. The Rakghoul technicians, they shield Rakghouls, so make sure that you kill them before you kill the shield ones. Now we're on to the bonus boss. Once you click to listen to this last holo recording, it will automatically unfreeze the boss, and you're pretty much going to start combat if you're not backed up far enough away from him. Watch for this red text here that he's smashing the floor. You're going to want to start moving immediately to try and avoid having these icicles hit you. The more that hit you, the more you get slowed, and the more likely you are to get hit by them. At least I believe that's how the mechanic works. As you can see, I kept gaining stacks of debuff there, and now I'm really slow. As you can see, they fall from the roof. There really aren't many other mechanics other than just, try and kill the boss before it kills you. On to the final boss. This cutscene, it's just so funny if you do it with space barring through. There's no context. Important thing here is to make sure you're pulling your group or the boss away from all of these green things. You don't want to stay in them. They really will do a lot of damage. And make sure you're not in front, because when that boss does that throwing out attack, he creates grenades on a person. You can see them blowing up on that person in that picture-in-picture. He will disappear, you're going to kill a Kolto tank, and then he'll reappear, and again getting out of those circles so you're not taking a ton of excess damage. Once you see other Rakghouls start spawning in, you're going to want to make sure that you keep carrying the boss away from those Rakghouls that are on the ground there, those burning ones, and occasionally the boss might jump to somebody and start doing this. You can interrupt that to free that player. As we can see, again, the boss jumps somebody and you can interrupt that to free the player, and we want to keep them away from those Rakghouls. Once we get him down low enough on health, they will die automatically, and the boss will start healing himself up and transforming into the final form. The best advice is everybody get near a wall, because he does have a nasty knockback, and then we can just keep getting knocked into the wall without him moving around a lot. As a tank, it will be hard to keep aggro on this guy as he does stun you a lot and drop threat quite a lot, so DPS, be prepared to get hit by the boss a couple times. There you go, that's how you complete Lost Island on Master Mode and the bonus boss. Hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.
Only I can make a change.